Hi, welcome to Elemental Truth Mentorship. I'm Magda Juliana, your mentor for today, and I thank you for choosing you. This guide to creating your well-being daily checklist will help you integrate the wisdom of expanding into a fuller awareness of self and the personal choices we make each day to be well and feel the fullness of your life. In order to make decisions and choose how we respond and how we act, we need to create a space where we are free from all of the limitations, the survival mechanisms, all of those automatic beliefs and thoughts that have been kind of rotating in our heads and have been placed on us basically from our past environments and people that have been around us. And you must feel fully integrated in order to step into your life the way you really desire to experience it, with a sense of power, with a sense of calm surrender and resilience and peace. And I'm going to clarify this again, that the survival mechanisms and other limiting beliefs are simply habits that we have created or have integrated inside of us to cope and or manage how we react to the world situations and people. And almost always they exist without us really even being conscious that they do. And that's why we need to give ourselves space and a moment to breathe in order to shut down all that loud chatter in our mind and really look at who you really are and what your true voice inside of you is saying beyond everything else. And this is what we call mastery in life, where you begin to experience your life with consciousness outside of the automatic thoughts and outside of all these kind of programs in our head that have been basically imposed on you from society and from the way that you've grown up, your family, your past experiences, all that other stuff. So today onwards, as you begin more and more to recognize all these autopilot thoughts and mental programming, what's going to happen is your eyes are going to begin to open to what's truly been controlling and manipulating your life, your emotions, how you feel. In other words, you haven't been really living your freedom, or you haven't really been living with freedom in your life. You have been a prisoner of your own mind, but no more. And what I'm about to say, I say with all of my love in my heart and compassion. But all the daily actions and thoughts that we have done so far have been just reinforcing the same limiting beliefs and mental programming. Otherwise, they still wouldn't be there. They still wouldn't be running. And this might trigger some of you, but all of the emotions and unhappiness and frustrations that you've been feeling are not a result of your circumstances per se, but instead of your perspective and judgment and the way that you have chosen to react to your world. The true issue or source of our suffering is the instability, the confusion, the imbalance, the disconnection, and lack of trust and power that we feel at any given moment. It's basically fear. And when you're living in your power and trust in yourself, literally, a tsunami can come in, wash all over you, destroy all the things all around you, and you will still find the strength and the resilience to live through with not just surviving it, but thriving in it, with clarity, with empowerment, and underlying calm, because your wisdom and love for yourself will be what holds you up, and you will be able to step through to the other side and thrive. Now, that's not to say that you aren't going through things that are traumatic and they're horrible and all these things, and you're not going to feel the emotions. They're going to come up. And it's not going to be easy, but life is meant to be lived in this spectrum of light and dark. And life isn't going to stop. But the way we choose to perceive our life is what determines our experience. And you, my friend, are now at that moment to remember that it is your birthright to be strong, to have connection with your inner wisdom, which is beyond anything you can imagine. And you are worth every single drop of effort of it. And the most effective way to live this is to be reminded, for you to remind yourself in every moment. And this is where things can get a bit tricky in the day-to-day living, right? Because we've got stuff to do. So your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to create a personal 10-item well-being action list that you will review each day and check off each item until you're able to get 100% complete for at least 40 days in a row. by staying true to the behaviors that you're choosing for yourself, that bring you joy and peace, and gives you finally the space and makes your body and mind and soul feel relaxed and well. And I can't stress how simple this is and yet how life-changing it is. Consistency is the key to this shift, and it will uplift your vibration, enhance your awareness, and empower you. This is your magnanimous yell declaration to yourself and to the universe and to everybody in the world around you that you are your highest priority and that you are rebooting your operating system and deleting the programs that have been running on autopilot without your permission. You are taking back the controls, and you are now ready to be all of you without excuses, without explanations to anyone or anything. Now, for those of you who are kind of shifting in your seat a little bit, I'm speaking to you directly for those that probably are saying, but my kids are actually my priority, or my parents who I'm taking care of, or my job, or whatever. Or maybe you want to tell me, you don't understand it, I really don't have enough time. As a mentor for many years, I have heard this over and over and over again, and I've actually said it to myself many times as well. And to you, I say, with all the love and compassion in my heart, that it and they do not take precedence over you, because you are the most important person in your life. You're the one living your life. And you deserve the time, the dedication, and the space to transform and blossom. But if that's still too tough of a pill to swallow, then think of it this way. Your kids, your parents, your partner, your job, your family, all these different things. We are all going to benefit when you are topping up your gas tank every day. Because when you are full, you have much more, not only quantity, but quality of energy to give. And ultimately, being self-focused ends up being the most generous and selfless thing that you can do for those that you love and for the rest of the world. Okay, so let's get into it. How does this list look like, and how do you create it? So below, you're going to find the link to the PDF entitled Daily Checklist. I've also included in the PDF a sample checklist so that it can give you a couple of hints of some action items. But at the end of the day, this is a very intimate, personal agreement that you're making with yourself. Whenever you're going to start making choices, especially ones that are this significant, you're going to need to prepare yourself somewhat. So you're going to need to have space to connect with yourself, because you can't choose and have this conversation with yourself if you're still running on the same fuel, let's say, and you're not in the right frame of mind. Or should I say you're not in the right frame of energy. So the first thing after you finish this video is to click on the link for the quick heart coherence meditation. This will help you get into that space. Or you can simply breathe, give yourself 4 or 8 really deep breaths in a private space, and bring to mind a very beautiful memory, one that fills you with warmth and joy. And once you feel yourself really immersed in the moment, in that feeling, ask yourself, what brings me calm and peace? Write it down. And then ask, what brings me joy? And write those down. Now, don't worry if you don't end up with 10 things right away. That's fine. Start off with whatever you come up with. And please know that this is your personal list, and you can come back to it periodically to make adjustments and tweak things, because it actually does happen that as you change and as you continue to expand, the list will also change. The main mission is 40 days in a row, and it's for you to be aware of yourself every day, and that you're sending the message to yourself that each action you are doing is to follow through on the promise of self-love and dedication for yourself. And that is what makes this so powerful and efficient. So before I go and finish off this video, here's a quick disclaimer. As you begin this exercise and practice, people will judge you and maybe even say that you're being selfish. Be warned. These are old programs rearing their ugly heads, and they're on auto repeat, and it is not your truth. It's not even their truth, to be honest, because they're also running on the same autopilot thoughts. They're just not aware of it. But you are no longer, my friend, you have taken the first steps into creeping up into that little door and opening and seeing the truth for what it really is. People that have been used to the way that you have been may freak out. They may feel uncomfortable. They will criticize, and they're going to try to push and pull you to try to get you to go back to how they were comfortable with things, what they want and they expect. But once you've begun to taste the sweetness of this newfound freedom, your declaration of your truth, the noise will begin to quiet down, and you will find peace and clarity in the space that you've created for yourself. Your newfound sense of empowerment will give you all that you need to begin experiencing choosing your life, and you're not going to want to go back. If you have any questions about this process, if you would like more information about mentorship and how to book your free 1-hour discovery mentorship session, please message or email me. All the information, of course, and all the links that you're going to need, all are below. Please share any insights or comments below as well. I love to hear this, and also the other people like to see also how you're doing. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel to keep more mentorship resources going. The more the merrier. Together we are better. Good luck.